So I wonder what a nice way to reject someone, from like a dating website. I mean, there's the people that write the obvious template messages, and so I don't really feel bad about not responding if I don't want to respond. But then there are people who write you, these messages, and like with me personally, I have a really long profile. So if someone writes me, like I can tell that it's, not a form because they're mentioning shit that, clearly I mentioned, whatever, you know what I mean. And so I feel like if someone puts effort into writing me, I should respond back. And a lot of times I'll start to compose a letter back, and it's like, thank you for, I appreciate the effort and time that you put into, to responding to my profile. After reviewing your profile, I don't feel like I'm interested in being naked with you. Maybe like, no, backspace. No, okay. Hello. Thank you for reading my profile. I do not feel we're compatible. Go die in a fire. No. Backspace. Greetings and salutations. How are you doing on this fine day? I don't want to go on a date with you. No, backspace. I'm just like overthinking this so much that I never end up writing them back. And that's wrong. Or I write them back and I'm like, oh, thanks for responding to my profile. And then they're like, yeah, you want to grab coffee? And then I never write back. I don't know. I mean, I guess it really depends, because something that someone would prefer, one of you would prefer to hear might not be what I would prefer to hear. Like when I write a letter to someone and they're not interested, you can tell how they're responding back if they're interested or not. And so I would just as soon as hear, oh, hey, thanks for writing me, but I'm genuinely not interested in you sexually, but you seem like a cool person. I wish you luck. And actually that's kind of similar to what I end up writing if I actually end up writing back. Something along those lines. Especially when I get the tons and tons and tons of responses from couples looking to add a third, I'm saying, or people who are like poly, which again, I support my poly people, but I just sure as fuck am not poly myself. And so when I get those messages, that's an easy, it's not easy as in like an excuse. Like it is the reason, like I'm not even going to attempt to even find something in you that I like, you as a couple or you as a person, because if you're poly, that's going to get in the way and that's not going to work for me. So for those people, I'm just like, oh, thank you for responding to my profile. I'm not into couples or I'm not into poly. It's not what I want, but I wish you luck in your search. But just for a single guy who has really, no specific reason other than I'm just not attracted to them and they don't present themselves well in text, kind of get a feeling that it's not really going to be, much going back and forth, at least coming from me to them. I just have a hard time responding, to that. So what are some of the things you guys say? And obviously, if you just say nothing or you just say, go die in a fire, that's not really constructive, because I do feel someone who takes the time to, compose a letter that was specifically aimed at or for me, they deserve a response. And sometimes I feel bad by making a snap judgment, but I do understand by this point in the game with my life, my intuition a lot of times works in mysterious ways, and I don't even ask questions anymore because I know that my time is valuable and I don't have time to go out with every single one of these people that write a fucking, 14 paragraph response to me. I just don't. So that's not an option. So what are some things that you would want to hear, assuming of course that the, whatever response you sent to someone on a dating profile, on a dating website was not rude and, you took some time to compose it. Like, what wouldn't suck?